Hello everyone, welcome back. So in this video we are going to learn about React router. So we will configure React router for our React application. Okay, so we will configure it from scratch. As I always used to say, like, we will assume that we are first time going to configure React router in our React app. Okay, so as you know, like, if you are our first time, so we will not type anything, we will directly go to the document of React router. Okay, so this is our React app. Leave the provider part because this is the old code, like you can see in my old other videos also. So I think this was for Redux configuration which I did. So now today we will do React router, so just be with me. We will move into like React routing along with like dynamic routing, how we can do and everything. Okay, so let's jump to the document part. So I have already opened it. So first, if you want to configure, like if you want to install you need to install React router DOM. Okay, to install it you just require this. Leave the entire part, you need to do npm install React router DOM. So that I have already done. If you go here in the package.json, so you need to see, so over here like React router DOM will be there. So React router DOM, you see this is 6.22.3. so this is the version of our React DOM. Okay, so if this, now we don't want all these things. So as I always used to say, this is the first time I am visiting React documentation, router documentation. Okay, just assume that. Let's move on. So our npm install is done, that you need to do. Second part is now we need to configure it. Okay, so just copy it again. I will just copy this part and go to our we have index.js, also app.js. So I will do it in our app.js. So I have created some component also, guys. Okay, so that I will configure it here itself. Okay, so app.js we need to configure, we need to import two things: create browser router and router provider. So that is done. We will create some routers here. So this you can create inside this only, or else you can have some separate file. Okay, hello world, this is my home page. Okay, hello world, this is my home page. This is a one router which we have created. These are the path, guys. You can have multiple path. How much path, how many path you want, you can add it here. Okay, now we need to add this part. So just add, in place of all these things I will remove all these things and I will just add this. So React router provider, router and this router. So now I will explain you. So first thing what we did is like import router. Okay, things like create routers and like router provider, and then we need to create routers. Over here we are creating routes. Okay, these are all the routes. Okay, these are the path on which these are the base path and the element which will render. Okay, when this path will be hit, when this path is hit, and this is route provider and this is the router which we are mapping it here, like which we are passing at a props. Fine. So as I already said you, like I have few components: detail component. Okay, I have leave this. I have my list component. Okay, and I have counter component. So what I will do, I will create some path. So initially if you will see, this is this. So let's go and see. So you will see in our React app. So as of now we are not in the base. So this is my base path. Okay, so you can see in my base path it's coming hello world. This is my home page. Which one? This one. Okay, now if you want another one, this is my new home. Okay, so hello world, this is my new home. Okay, so this is my new home. So if you come here, so let's go to move to this new home. So over here this is my home page. If I will do new home, so you can see it will come hello world, this is my new home. So the route is working properly. So we'll even add some components. Okay, so you will learn how to add components. So I will remove this and in place of this I will write counter. Okay, and in place of this, element means the component or the page which you want to render, you need to do it, and over here it will be. So I will add counter. So this is my counter application. So I have added it. So I have my list and detail. So I will add my list. Even I will show you how to add the dynamic one, like rather than having a single page, we will have multiple page, we will just change the value. So this is the detail my list. So I will add my list here, and over here I will add my list. Let me see why it is not coming. So I will import it directly from here. My list is there. My list. This is the same my list here. Okay. So all things are set. So base is like hello world. This is my home page. If you go to counter, then counter application should open. If you go to my list, then my list application should open. So let's see whether it is working or not. So as of now there is no new home, so it will not come. So the base one, this is the base branch, base route. Okay, so this is hello world, this is my home page. Now we will go to counter. So make sure you write like small case. Okay, everything should be in small case because route is not in the capital case or anything. So if you go to counter app, you can see here counter. So counter app is rendered. Okay, now we'll go to my list. If you go to my list, you can see the list part. Now what I want, leave this, ignore this part because this is giving a warning of key, like we have not added the key. So what here, if you go to like my list component, my list, so you can see I have data name and just I have like rendered it. Okay, like data, like I just have stored the name like that. But what I want now, whenever I click on this text 1 or text 2, then what should happen, this should go to, like if I click on text 1, then it should go like this, text 1, and the page, a detail page should open of test 1, and that should have all the detail related to test 1. If I click on test 2, it should go to test 2, it should go to test 3, it should go to test 4, likewise. Okay, so now, so that is basically dynamic. Okay, so this routing is like simple. This is plain, like you have added a route and you have added the component. Now we need to create dynamic routing. Okay, which will change. Okay, one routing but one component, but it will be same for many other. So what I will do, my list will be the same, and then we will have dynamic name here. Okay, this is dynamic, guys. This is dynamic part. Okay, any name will come here. To make it dynamic route, then you need to add likewise. Okay, colon and the name or anything, like I have written name because I am going to use name. Okay, and then over here I am going to use my detail page. Okay, detail I have already created, so I will use that page. So for detail I will import it here itself, and the component I think I will have detail also. So detail, okay, this. So now let's go and see what is the detail page. So detail page is like, if you are go to my list test 1 and if you render, you can see it is detail page. So let's go to the component. I will show you the detail component also. My detail component is simple, it is just detail component, it is written detail page. But now I want detail page off. Okay, but first I will do what, okay, this is done, but first I want to do the on click part. Okay, whenever I click on test 1, at least the routing should change and it should go to test 1. Okay, so for that we need to go to my list. Okay, over here you just need to, you see in when you are using React router, so we got hook. Okay, use navigate. So I will use navigate, and it is not navigate, actually it is use navigate is the hook. If you will do use navigate, this is what you need to do. Okay, and over left hand side you can have any name. This I have kept navigate because I don't know, like this has become normal that everyone is using navigate only. So you can have here anything, like whatever you want, you can change this name to anything. Okay, but as of now we are using navigate. So you just need to do on click when someone clicks on this link. So we need to navigate it to, see, so navigation will be like my list, okay, slash, I think this will be fine, my list, and slash will be like we need to dynamically add the name. So the name I will add is item.name. So whichever name is like test1, test2, that will be added to the route. So now let's see is happening or not. So as of now it is my list. Okay, and now I will go to test1. So I am clicking on test1, so it went to my list, sorry. So we need to remove this part. Okay, so we are here in my list. If I click here, because of this, anyhow we need to do that also. Okay, so now you can see here, if I click on test one, it is going to test one and detail page is getting opened, because if you can see here, we have added for dynamic path we have added detail. So whenever after my list, if anything is there, like in the name path we get anything, so detail page will get open. So detail page got open. Okay, so same if you'll text 2 also detail page, for text 3 also detail page, text 4 also it will open detail page. So what is the use of this? First I will explain you. See, have you seen a, like what we say, shopping cart, or like what we say, e-commerce website? So in e-commerce website you will have a cards. Okay, we have cards, so that card will have multiple, like you have 10 or 20 cards. Whenever you click on one card, so it redirect to you and you to another page. Okay, over there you will have all the details related to that card. That is where dynamic routing is used, guys. Okay, so that is a application of it. Okay, so you can understand this, all the test 1, test 2, test 3, test 4 as card. Okay, a student card or any card like product card. When you click on that card, the product route will open, and in this route whatever you related to that product, if you want to show, you can show it. So now let's see how they are showing the details. So we are on test 1. Okay, but what I want to show here, like we are detail page of test 1. Likewise, whichever route is, we are detail page of this we need to show. For that we have another route. Okay, so that is use param, guys. Okay, so you can have use param that you can use. So for use param you need to use, and it will be like use params. Okay, you need to import it, and this all use hooks will comes inside router DOM itself. Okay, now use param you will, but over here what you will write, what you are going to destructure. Now this is the important part. Over here you have written name, this is what you have written here, so that is what you will get there. So you need to write name. Okay, so you are destructuring name, and over here simply write name. So now this is done. Okay, now you will see it is coming detail page of text 1. Now go back, click here, detail page of text 2. Go back, click here, detail, see here, it is text 3, detail page of text 3. Go back, click here, detail page of text 4. Got it? So we will just revise it once. Okay, how to do it. So first of all, in app.js, so wherever, like whichever is your base branch, you need to import it. Okay, import it, like you need to install React Outer DOM in your React application. Okay guys, then the configuration is easy. As I always say you, if you are new, if you want to learn something, go to the documentation directly. In the documentation you will find everything. Okay guys, the configuration, how to configure, start from a base thing, base application and all that, a small application, and then move to a bigger project. Okay, so over here, like you can see, we have created routing. You need to create routers here. So all this router, you know how to create path now. Each object is a path. Okay, so my list is a path, counter is a path, this is the base. Okay, and this is my list, name, all the things are there, and then you need to just do the wrapping part. So once the router will be this is passed as a props. Okay, this is done. So for dynamic, make sure you remember this colon and name or colon ID, whatever you want, you do it. Okay, then in the there are two use hooks. Okay, that is important. First is like use navigate, and the second is use param. Both are like coming with the package itself. So over here to navigate, like navigate from one page to another or one route to another, you can use navigate route. Okay, and if you want to get the details, like which is the routes and all that, so you can use param. There are others also, like use location. I think use location will be there. There are others also, so you can use it. You can go through the documentation. In the documentation you find lots of other things, like see, we have these are nice. If you go to route, over here only the hooks, action data, all these things are like one hook. You can, if you want to learn more, you can go. Use match is there, use navigate, which we have used. Okay, use location, which I said you here, use param will be there, use routes will be there, use search params will be there. So this all you can parallelly learn. Okay, so this is how we can configure routing. Okay, so if you have any doubt, guys, you can like comment it down. Okay, so I will surely try to like sort it out, like I will solve all your doubts. Okay, if you like this video, so do like it and subscribe my channel if you are into JavaScript or React.js. So I have not started learning Node.js, but I'm going to learn Node.js also, so I will surely make video on that too. Thank you guys.